Akim. It's Brother Yas back with another lesson. And before I get started with today's lesson, I'm going to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Bahashem, Ha, Rikar, Kadas. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who rule well and taught me this truth. And peace and salutation to Akim across the four corners of the globe, preaching his gospel in truth and sincerity. All right. The Heavenly Father name is Yahweh. His son name is Yahweh Sai, and the Holy Spirit name is the Rikar Kadas in the Paleo Hebrew. All right, and the Holy Spirit, which is the Rikar Kadas, gives us the understanding how to break these scriptures down. Okay, all right. So we back another day in Babylon, which is spiritually Nineveh, which is spiritually Assyria, which is spiritually Egypt, which means bondage, and Sodom. All right, but you know what that means. Okay, back for another lesson, and we're going to break down Revelation 17. All right, Revelation 17, starting at verse 1. And there came one of the seven angels, which had the seven vials. All right, and vials, in the word vial, it goes into judgments. Okay, judgments are plagues. All right, and talk with me, saying unto me, come hither, I will show unto thee the judgments of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. Okay, so vials, we know that means judgments or plagues. And when it says, I will show unto thee, is an angel talking to John the Revelator. Okay, and he's saying, I will show unto thee the judgments of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. And that great whore is America. All right. And it sitteth upon many waters. Let's drop down from Revelation 17 and 15. And this is going to explain the waters. It says Revelation 17 and 15. And he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are people and multitudes and nations and tongues. I'm going to read that in the NLT, Revelation 17 and 15. Then the angel said to me, the waters where the prostitute is ruling represents masses of people of every nation and language. Okay, so America is a melting pot. All right, you got every nation over here, different languages over here. Okay, all right, so that's what the great whore is ruling. All right, that's what it means, many waters. Okay, so I'm going to read verse 1 again. And there came one of the seven angels. All right, and I know four of the angels' names, which is Michael, the archangel, all right, of military, Raphael, Gabriel, Uriel. Okay, all right, so it's one of these angels. All right, and there's three more. All right, and it says, and there came one of the seven angels, which had the seven vials. All right, those vials go into plagues or go into judgments, and talk with me, saying unto me, come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. The great whore is America. All right, and those many waters are nations, tongues, are people, nations, and tongues. All right, so it's basically people of different nations. All right, and that's why America is called the melting pot, because it got every nation over here, man. All these different nations over here in America, man. All right, so let's go to Nineveh 3 and 1, and then we're gonna jump down to 4 just to identify this whore. Okay, Nahum 3 and verse 1. Woe to the bloody city, it is all full of lies and robbery, the prey departed not. And the bloody city is America, all right, which is full of lies, all right, and robbery. And the prey goes into the children of Israel, all right. They're over here as captives, as slaves, and they parted not, all right. They parted not. They're still here, all right. We're still under this devil rulership, Okay, we still in captivity. Nahum 3 and 4. Because of the multitude of the whoredom of the well-favored whore. Like this whore, everybody wants to be like. Everybody wants a piece of this whore, man. All right. She got the best hair, the best clothing. She smells good. She looks good. So she's a well-favored whore, man. All right. The mistress of witchcraft. So she's the master of witchcraft, okay? Witchcraft comes from America, man. That's all they do. They feed you witchcraft through the TVs, through the movies, through the television shows, through the music, through books, through social media. All right, and have you people enchanted, man. All right, with this whore that selleth nations through her whoredom and families through her witchcraft. Yeah, man, cause this devil, all right. It put people in slavery, man. All right. Let me read it in the NLT. Nahum 3 and 4. All this because Nineveh, the beautiful and faithless city, mistress of deadly charms, enticed the nations with her beauty. She taught them all her magic, enchanting people everywhere, all right? And we know that witchcraft comes from straight out of America, man. And all these nations were enticed by this whore, all right? And now they're in bed with this whore, and they're making money off of America. All those imports, exports, merchants, you know, all these nations have got rich off of America, all right? They're in bed with this whore, okay? So now let's go to Jeremiah 51 and 13. Jeremiah 51 and 13. All right. And we're going to get those many waters. Okay. Which we know are people, nations, and tongues. All right. All right. Jeremiah 51 and 13 here, and it reads, O thou that dwellest upon many waters, abundant in treasures, thine end is come, and the measure of thy covenants. Okay, so they got rich, man, coveting off of other nations, man, going around pillaging other countries like Africa, taking all their natural resources. Hey, but the end is come, man. All right, this bitch is about to get cut off. Jeremiah 51 and 13 in the NLT. You are a city by a great river, a great center of commerce. Because remember, they do all the exporting and exporting and importing, all right, from America. And all these nations are getting rich off of that. But your end has come. The thread of your life is cut. Okay, so this is the end of this bitch. We at the end of Esau's reign. All right, the end of Babylon. Okay, so let's go to Revelation 15 and 1 to touch on those vows, which are the judgments. All right, Revelation. Let's see, 15 and verse 1. And it says, and I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. All right, so those vows go into plagues, man. Okay, let's go to Revelation 16 and 1. And this goes in more depth, all right? But we just gonna read the first verse. It says, and I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the 7 angels, go your way and pour out the vows. Pour out the judgments, or pull out the plagues of the wrath of Yahweh Shem Yahushai upon the earth. Okay, so let's go back to Revelation 17. Now we got a clear vision of what's going on. Revelation 17 and 1. And there came one of the 7 angels, which had the 7 vials. Those are the 7 judgments or 7 plagues. And talk with me, saying unto me, come hither. I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore, which is America, that sitteth upon many waters, okay? They're sitting upon many waters. And we know from Revelation 17 and 15, these waters are this whore, this prostitute is ruling over masses of people of every nation, okay, and language. All right, so it's just a powder keg of everybody over here, man. All these different nations over here, okay. So verse 1, let's go to verse 2. Revelation 17 and verse 2. And it reads, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. Okay, so we know that fornication is spiritual adultery. All right, spiritual adultery is worshiping of idols. Okay, so these other countries, they took on the philosophies and the idolatry of America. All right, they took on the ways of America. All right, they took on the money system of America, export and import with these foreign countries. All right, America philosophies. Some of the philosophies are democracy. All right, because America goes to all these nations and spread their democracy. All right, their Christianity. All right, idolatry, idol worship, false god. You know, because the Roman Catholic Church, hey, all of these religions like Christianity, like Baptist, the Baptists, like Seventh-day Adventists, all of this stuff comes from the Catholic Church. All of these religions come from the Catholic Church, man. All right, and they're all false idols. They're false gods. All right, what are some other philosophies and ideologies that America push? Okay, homosexuality, LGBTQ plus. All right, they push their lies because they whitewashed the Bible and got everybody believing that everybody in the Bible is so-called white people. It's called iconoclasm, and it happened in the Renaissance era. All right, when these devils came back into power in the late 1300s to 1400s, and they whitewashed everybody in the Bible. All right, so now they got the whole world thinking that the Lord is so-called white. All right, his son is so-called white. The angels are so-called white. The prophets are so-called white, and the people are so-called white. All right, you see how this devil deceives, and devil means deceiver. What else does he push onto the nations? All right, covetousness. All right, wanting other people's stuff, and that's why he goes around to these different nations and pillages them. Adultery, sleeping with another man's wife, or another man or a man's wife sleeping with other men. Okay, he pushes that heavily in the music, in the movies. Everywhere you go, you see that. Okay. Murder, all right? He didn't murder so much of innocent blood. You can go to Numbers 35 and 33, or Nahum 3 and 1. All right, his infrastructure, if you go to China, a lot of their buildings look like American buildings, all right? Because China's in bed with this devil, all right? We get most of our imports from China, okay? So China got rich off this devil, okay? Do as thy will, YOLO. All right, you only live once. He pushes this on the people, on other nations. Feminism. All right, you don't need a man. You independent. He pushes that on these women. Okay, even in China, they got something called an old maid, man. When you over like 28 years old, you can't get married no more because you old. And a lot of these women are going out and selling out for a career, even in China. All right, America, they totally lost. But even in China, they didn't took on the philosophies and the idolatry, ideology of America, and now they're fucking lost. Okay, So let's go to some precepts to back verse 2 up. All right. So I'm going to read it again. Revelation 17:2, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. Why? Because these people have took on the ways of this devil, all right, which he turned everything upside down, and now they are bugged out. Their people are bugged out. Everything is upside down, all right? Men against women, okay? Everything is just thrown out of place, man. Okay, Jeremiah 51:7. And it reads, Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad, man. All right, because they didn't took on these philosophies, these ideologies, and now their fucking nation is in an uproar. Is backwards because the Esau, the so-called white man, does everything contrary to the law, statutes, and commandment of Yahweh Shem Yahweh. So he's not fit to be a ruler, man. All right, and these other nations that were in bed with him, they're starting to see that. That's why they're getting away from the money system. They don't want to be sanctioned. All right, they don't want to have homos in their nations no more. All right, they see that there's no profiting off of that. Okay, there's no profiting off of that. All right, and these nations, they're gonna get judged. All right, for what they're doing. For being confederate with Esau, Edom, and putting the and hiding the heritage from the Israelites. They're gonna get judged for that, man. All right, so let's go to Revelation 11:18. And it reads, Revelation 11:18, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear the name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroyed the earth. So Esau, he's about to get destroyed, and these other nations that are confederate with Esau, they're about to get destroyed too. I'm going to read it in the NLT, Revelation 11:18. The nations was filled with wrath, but now the time of your wrath has come. It is time to judge the dead and reward reward your servants the prophets, as well as your holy people, and all who fear your name, for the least to the greatest, from the least to the greatest. It is time to destroy all who have caused destruction on the earth, man. All right. And Esau, you the number one who's causing all this destruction and division, man. All right. So you got to be taken down. All right. And all these other nations, y'all going to be taken down for being confederate with Esau to bring us down and hide our heritage. Okay. Put us in slavery, man. Ishmael, Moab, Ammon. Okay, Ham, you fucking dirty Hamites. All right. So these nations are mad, man. Esau to turn everything upside down. All right. Isaiah 29:16, just to show you how Esau to turn everything upside down. Surely the turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding? And that's what Esau does. That's why Esau does everything contrary to the Lord, because he's saying that, hey, you didn't do this right. You didn't make this right. All right. You made this person a man when they really should have been a woman. All right. You got these fruits growing out of here, but we can make fake food from our science, from our scientists, from our laboratories. All right. So basically telling the Lord, hey, you didn't do this right, man. All right. So we got to do it. All right, this devil wants to be the Lord, man. Straight up. All right, let's get examples of these different nations that want to be just like Esau. And they're going to suffer, like I said earlier, because they're trying to mimic the ways of Esau. All right, Second Ezra 16:1. Woe be unto Babylon and Asia. Babylon is America. Asia is those Asian countries like South Korea, Taiwan, China. You know, they all want to be like America, man. All right, those are just some of them. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Okay, so death and destruction. When you go into that word woe, it's talking about death and destruction. So let's go to 2 Ezra 15:46. And thou, Asia, that art partakers of the hope of Babylon, and art the glory of her person. See, you're talking about them Asian nations, man. China, man, they got the infrastructure like Babylon. They dressing up in suits and ties and shit. They not even wearing their ancient garments. They trying to be like this whore. Verse 47. Woe be unto thee, thy wretch, because thou hast made thyself like unto her. See, they mimicking off America and these philosophies, man. All right, so now they look just like America, and has decked thy daughters in whoredom, that they might please and glory in thy lovers, which have always desired to commit whoredom with thee. Okay, so these other Asian nations and stuff, and all of these nations that's copying off of America, hey, they wanted to be in bed with America. They wanted to get rich. See, that money and all of the stuff they made, money and all of the benefits they got from being with America, they didn't mind taking on the ways of America. But now they got to suffer in the judgment of America, okay? Verse 48. Thou hast followed her that is hated in all her works and inventions. Therefore said the Lord, I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence to waste thy houses with destruction and death. See, these houses over there, them Asian countries, they're gonna get destroyed too. All right. You see what he's saying? Famine, sword, pestilence. All right, to waste thy houses with destruction and death. And some of them going to get hit with them ICBM missiles, all right? And that's what they get for partaking in this whore, man, for being in bed with America. And the glory of thy power shall be dried up as a flower, the heat shall arise that is sent over thee. Yep, because they ain't going to have no glory over there when the Lord get done fucking their countries up. Verse 51, thou shalt be weakened as a poor woman with stripes, and as one chastened with wounds, chastised with wounds, so that the mighty and lovers shall not be able to receive thee. All right, so they're going to get fucked up. And that was just an example of these countries that's following this American philosophy and ideology, man. All right. And what are the American philosophies again? Democracy, Christianity, idol worshiping, homosexuality, lies that they told, all right, whitewashing the Bible and the scriptures, painting everybody so-called white men, all right, adultery, covetousness, murder, their infrastructure, copying off their infrastructure, America's infrastructure, all right, do as I will spirit, YOLO, you only live once, feminism. These are some of the philosophies that these other nations have partaken in, man. All right, so they're about to be destroyed also. So let's go back to Revelation 17, and we're going to deal with verse 3. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. All right, and that scarlet colored beast is NATO and the EU. Scarlet represents red, Esau. These red Esau nations. Okay, Edomite nations. All right, name of blasphemy, man. All right, why is it names of blasphemy? Why? Because this devil, hey, he didn't went and when he came out of slavery, All right. In the Renaissance period, he whitewashed the whole Bible, man. All right. This devil turned everybody in the scriptures so-called white men. That's blasphemy. And he changed the doctrine and said the laws was done away with. Okay, so this devil is speaking blasphemy. All right. The 7 heads are the 7 Edomite nations, all right, that came into power. Okay, all right. The 10 horns is the European Union nations. The 7 heads are 7 crowns of empires that ruled. Okay, and those 7 heads or 7 crowns is Greek, Rome, Spanish, the French, Germania Minor, Germania Major, and the British. All right, those 7 heads once again is Greek, Rome or the Romans, the Spanish, the French, Germania Minor, Germania Major, and the British. All right, let's go to Revelation 12 and 3. And it says, the red dragon, Satan, all right, verse 3. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon having 7 heads and 10 horns and 7 crowns upon their head. All right. 7 heads and 10 horns and 7 crowns upon their head. All right. And that's talking about the European Union. The European Union. It used to, and it started in 1958. All right. Those 10 crowns. All right. Was 10 horns and power. Okay. All right. So it says, and there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon. Okay, why is he red? All right. Why is he red? A great red dragon, that represents these Edomites. Red represents Esau, Edom. All right. The dragon is because of his fierceness. And he was great because it's a conglomerate of empires and nations. Okay. All right. The EU and NATO. All right. And like I said, having 7 heads and 10 horns, those 7 heads is going to be Greeks, the Romans, all right, the French, the Spanish, Germania Minor, Germania Major, and then you got Britain. Okay, and then the 10 horns is those EU nations. All right, when they started with 10 nations, and now there are many more of them. All right, and the 7 crowns upon his head is them 7 empires being in rulership. Okay, so let's go back. Revelation 17, and let's just read 3 again. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit on a scarlet colored beast. And scarlet goes into red, which goes into the Edomites, okay? Colored beast full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. That's NATO and the EU. And when they say names of blasphemy, because when these Edomites came back in power in the late 1300s to 1400s, and they came out of slavery, hey, it was the Renaissance era, and Renaissance just means rebirth, and they used iconoclasm to whitewash the Bible. All right, to deceive the whole world, made people believe that they were the Most High and His Son and the angels and the prophets and the Lord people. All right, and 2/3 of Israel believe that to this day, man. They believe in the so-called white man with blue eyes and long stringy hair, man. And the Bible clearly says that he's not. All right, let me get that right fast, man, because these devils have deceived everybody, man. All right, Revelation 1 and verse 14 and 15. And it reads, Revelation 1 and 14. His head and his hair were white like wool, man. And wool is like a sheep hair. Or if you see a so-called black man, his hair is woolly and white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire. Because our Lord Yahweh drunk a lot of wine, man. All right? And he was stressed too. All right, verse 15, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. All right, so if you take a brass, it's brown, man, and if you put it in a furnace, it turns dark brown, man. So where do you get a so-called white man which has leprosy and long stringy hair from? All right, so our people are lost. Stay out of here, man. All right, let's go back to Revelation 17. So we dealt with 3. All right, let's go to 4. All right, and it says, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. So we're going to deal with this woman arrayed in purple and scarlet colors and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. All right. And we're going to go to Revelation 18. We're going to start with 19 because this represents her costliness. All right. And this is why all these nations are in bed with her, because they're making plenty money off this whore. All right. Revelation 18 and 19. All right. And they cast dust on their head and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, at last, that great city, which the great city is Babylon. All right. And they're crying and weeping because they ain't going to be able to make no money over here once the Babylon gets destroyed. All right. This talking about the merchants. All right. Great city wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness. For in 1 hour is she made desolate. Yeah, because America is going to be destroyed in 1 hour, and all these merchants that's going to be around in the sea, they're going to see the destruction. All right, and they're going to weep and cry because they're not going to be able to make any money over here no more. All right, and I'm going to read it in the NLT for clarification. Revelation 18 and 19, and they will weep and throw dust on their heads to show their grief. All right, see, they're going to be in grief, they're going to be in pain and agony, and they will cry out, how terrible for that great city. The ship owners became wealthy. See, all of these people who traded with America, they became wealthy by transporting her great wealth on the seas. In a single moment, it is all gone. All right, because this place is going to be destroyed. All right, by nuclear missiles. All right, 200 million nuclear missiles. All right, let's go down to Revelation in 11, because this is some of her costliness. This is how these nations got rich off of this whore. Revelation 18 and 11. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buy their merchandise anymore. See, they ain't going to be able to sell their merchandise over here to America, China, Taiwan, all these different nations that got rich off of America. They're not going to be able to sell it over here because America's going to be no more. It's going to be on fire. Verse 12. The merchants of gold and silver and precious stones. See, that goes right back to Revelation 17 and 4. Precious stones and of pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and all dying wood and all manners of vessels of ivory and all manner vessels of most precious wood and of brass and iron and marble. Verse 13. And cinnamon and odors and ointments and frankincense and wine and oil and fine flour and wheat and beasts and sheep and horses and chariots and slaves and souls of men, man. All right, because they sold slaves over here, man. All of this was over here, man. And these people got rich off of this, man. These other nations got rich off of this whore, man. Okay? So that purple and scarlet color represents her costliness, man. How these nations got rich, man. All nations got rich, and they took them benefits. That's why they didn't mind taking on the ideology and the philosophies of Babylon, because they also got rich off of this whore. Okay? That's the golden cup, and the golden cup abominations is her philosophies, man. That Babylon juice. All right? All right? You know, do what you want. You could be a lesbian, you could be a homosexual, you could be a trans, you can be into bestiality, you could be a pedophile, all right, you could be a freak over here in America. All right, this is spiritually Sodom and Egypt, all right? All right, and Egypt goes into bondage. Okay? So you can serve and worship a tree, you can worship a dog, you can worship people. All right, you can worship yourself. You can marry yourself. All right, That's why this place is a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. All right, you can basically do whatever you want over here in America. All right, so we tackled verse 4. All right, now we're gonna go to 5. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. All right, because you can do whatever you want over here, man. You can serve Buddha, you can be a Scientologist, you can serve trees, you can be a homo, a lesbo, LGBTQ plus. You can sleep with animals. All right, you could be a whore, whatever you want, man. All right. And Babylon the Great is America, all right? It's no longer a mystery, okay? Well, over 2,000 years ago, John didn't understand, so he called it Babylon the Great, all right? The mystery of harlots, of abominations, but guess what? Now we understand it's America, okay? America, all right? This man is being revealed, okay? Esau is being revealed. And when you break down Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations on the earth. If you break that down in the Hebrew, that goes into Revelation 13 and 18. All right, 666, that beast system. All right, so let me give you one precept on this verse. Let's go to 2 Thessalonians, and we're going to go to 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 3, and we're just going to read up a little bit. All right, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. And that falling away came when the Israelites went into slavery. We lost our heritage. We didn't know where we were from. We didn't know our Lord's name. We didn't know the Lord's son's name. Okay, we didn't know who we were, man. And 2/3 of Israel don't know who they are to this day. And it says, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. And that man of sin is Esau Edom, man, the lawlessness man. All right, and he the son of perdition, because America is destined to be destroyed, man. All right, when you go into that word perdition, it means destruction. Verse 4, who opposed and exalted himself above all that is called Yahweh, that is called God, or that is worship, so that he as God sitteth up in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Yeah, this devil wants to be like the Lord, man. Like Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. All right, that's why he got his cameras everywhere, the all-seeing eye. That's why he got his military bases everywhere. That's why he's all in everybody's backyard, because he wants to have full control over everything. And that's why he's going to bring that charagma, okay? Revelation 13 and 16, because he wants to chip everybody so he can be just like the Lord, man. Verse 5. Remember ye not that when I was with ye, that when I was yet with you, I told you these things. All right, so we're not ignorant of what's going on. The Lord has already told us this in the scriptures, man. And he got the men of the Lord out here on the highways and byways and on YouTube, all right, breaking these scriptures down so we can understand what's going on. Verse 6. And now ye know what withheld it that he might be revealed in this time. And now ye know what withheld it that he might be revealed in this time. And the devil is being revealed. He's being revealed by his own people and by the men of the Lord, okay? And that's Esau. Verse 7. For the mystery of iniquity do it already work. That mystery of iniquity is Esau, man. Sin upon sin upon sin, man. This nigga, he can't do right, man. All right, and he can't sin either because he don't got the law. All right, but he just full of wickedness, man. All right, only he now will let until he be taken out of the way, and that's Yahushua, man. All right, Yahushua is using Yahushua is using Esau as a whipping stick to punish Israel for what we've done, going off serving false gods. All right, spiritual adultery. Okay, breaking the law, statutes, and commandment. So now we under the bottom base man. All right, and he's ruling. And when the Lord comes back, he gonna take this devil out of power. And then shall the wicked be revealed. The wicked is Esau, Edom. All right, Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. And you can go to Isaiah 66:15, all right, because the Lord's coming back to do a lot of killing with those chariots, man. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan. Satan is the adversary, all right, with all power and signs and lying tongue. And these devils, hey, they are the children of Satan, man. All right. And they are full of lies and signs and wonders. And that charagma is the biggest sign and wonder, okay? Because they're going to use their technology to do miracles as if they was Yahushua, man. All right? To heal people, to make them walk, to make them hear, to make them see. These are all things that the Lord did when he was on earth. And they're trying to mimic it on the left-hand side. All right? So this is the man of perdition, man. Esau is the man of destruction, man. He's the man of sin, man. All right. He's a devil. All right. So let's go back to Revelation 7. Revelation 17. And we're going to go to verse 6. All right. I know I'm going kind of slow because I want you to understand this and break it down to where you can completely get what's going on. Revelation 17 and verse 6. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints, with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. Yeah, John was amazed when he seen all the shit that was going on over here in Babylon, man. All right, that woman is America, drunk with the blood. Is Esau slaughtering Gad, Reuben, Simeon, Issachar, Ephraim. All right, then he taking the southern tribes of Israel, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi from the west coast of Africa through the triangular slave trade. All right, bringing us over here, bringing the southern nation of Israel over here, putting them in slavery, torturing them, killing them all day long, man. They killed some of the elect too, man. All right? These devils got to pay, man. These devils have to pay, man. All right? And then when you go into that great admiration, I mean, it was alluring, man. When John seen this whore, it was alluring. He was in awe, man. John couldn't believe what he was seeing, man. All right? He just couldn't believe it, man. All right, let's see. Let's go to Revelation 18 and 24. Revelation 18 and 24. And it reads, and in her was found the blood of the prophets and of the saints and of all that were slain upon the earth, man. Let's read in the NLT. In her streets flowed the blood of the prophets and of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, holy people, and the blood of people slaughtered all over the world. See? This devil killed the saints, man. He put us in slavery. And he killed the prophets also, along with some of our people, okay? Some of the Israelites killed the prophets, man. 2/3 of Israel killed the prophets too. Okay, let's go to Matthew 23 and verse 34, so we can just hone in on how they killed the prophets, man, over here in America, man, and how they killed the saints and how they killed these Israelites. All right, Matthew 23 and 34. Matthew 23 and 34. Wherefore, behold, I send unto you prophets and wise men and scribes, and some of them ye shall kill and crucify, and some of them shall ye scourge in your synagogues and persecute them from city to city. See, they killed us. They persecuted us from city to city. Let's read in the NLT, Matthew 23 and 34. Therefore, I am sending you prophets and wise men and teachers of religious law, but you will kill some by crucifixion, and you will flog others with whips in your synagogues, chasing them from city to city. See, that's what this devil did, man. And 2/3 of our people also killed us also. Let's go to Second Ezra. Second Ezra, real quick. 1 and verse 32. All right, because 2/3 killed us too, man. All right, you devils and 2/3, you got a lot to pay for, man. Killing the prophets, man. Second Ezra 1 and 32. I sent unto you my servant, the prophets, whom ye have taken and slain. See, they took us and killed us, and torn their bodies in pieces, whose blood I will require at your hand, said the Lord. So the Lord requires these people blood, man, for what they done to the prophets, man. 2/3 of Israel and these other nations, starting with you, Esau, Edom. All right? Because you got blood all over this place, man. Now let's go to Numbers 35 and 33. Just to push the point of this devil got blood all over this place of the Israelites, man. Like I said, he slaughtered Gad, Reuben, Simeon, Issachar, Ephraim, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. And he still got us under subjection and slaughtering us to this day, man, in various different ways. So 35 and 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that said it, man. So this place got, hey, Esau, you gotta shed a lot of blood over here, man, for all the killing you done, man. You love blood, man. You love death and destruction, man. All right, Nahum 3 and 1. Woe to the bloody city. Where's that? America, man. Who did that? Esau, Edom. It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departed not. And who's the prey? Israel, man. All right, and we still over here, man. We are still over here, man. All right, let's read it in the NLT. What sorrow awaits Nineveh, the city of murder and lies. She is crammed with wealth and is never without victims. All right, so this devil, hey, man, he put us in slavery and he slaughtered us over here in America, man. All right, so let's go back to Revelation. Now we're moving. 17. And I think we're on 7 now. So let's go. We're moving right along. All right, Revelation 17 and 7. And the angel said unto me, Wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman and of the beast that carried her, which had the 7 heads on and 10 horns. Yeah, because America sits on the beast, man. It sits on these nations, man. All right, and they carrying her. All right, verse 8. The beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit. They're talking about America, and go into perdition, because America is destined for destruction. Perdition goes into destruction. And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose name were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was and is not and yet is. All right, talking about America, man, and these other nations in 2/3, man. They're not written in the book of life. All right, these other nations never had a chance, and 2/3 reject the Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai's laws and statutes. So they are they're not written in the book of life. Okay, so ascended into the bottomless pit. That's talking about Europe. Okay, that's talking about Europe, and they went into slavery. Shalakia. They went into slavery, and about the 300 to the 1300s. All right, and they came back out of slavery in the late 1300s to 1400s, which was the Renaissance area, which is Renaissance goes back into rebirth. All right, Esau came back into power, all right, and put Jake into slavery, man. All right, so let's get you a precept about the bottomless pit. All right, and America is just Rome revised, man. Rome fell, all right, and came back through America. So let's get you a precept. Revelation chapter 20 and verse 1. In verse 3, Salakia. Well, we can go from 1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand, all right, representing slavery. And he laid hold on that dragon, all right, Esau Edom, all right, that old serpent, which is the devil. Devil means deceive, okay, and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years, all right. And these devils, all right, they're Satan's children. Okay, and they were bound 1,000 years from about the 300s to the 1300th century. All right, and they were loose for a little season, like the late 1300s going into the 1400s, which is the Renaissance, which means rebirth. Okay, Esau came back into power and put Jake into slavery, like I said. And I'm reiterating things so you can just get it over and over and over. Repetition is the father of teaching. Okay. In verse 3, and cast him into the bottomless pit. The bottomless pit is over there in Europe, all right? And it's the bottomless pit because it's a lack of natural resources, okay? Europe lacks natural resources. Europe lacks natural resources, okay? All right, we're moving right along. And set him up and set a seal upon him that he should not deceive the nations no more. So for 1,000 years he was in slavery and he couldn't deceive the people no more till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. And after that he must be loose a little season. And this is the little season, man, from the late 1300s to right now. This devil was deceiving deceiving people all over the world, man. And 2/3 of Israel he's deceiving also, man. All right. So this devil has a lot to pay for, man. Okay. Now let's move right along. Revelation 17. And we're going to go to 9 and 10. Revelation 17. All right. So we tackled 8. I'm going to read it again. The beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit, talking about America, Esau, all all right, and go into perdition, all right, because Esau is destined for destruction, so America will be destroyed, and they that dwell on earth shall wonder whose name were not written in the book of life. All right, you heathens, y'all can't be written in the book of life because y'all don't have the law, and 2/3 of Israel is following Esau, so you won't be written in the book of life. From the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was and is not and is yet and yet is. That's America. Okay, now let's go to verse 9. All right, and here is the mind which had wisdom. All right, the angel's about to break it down. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth. All right, and that is, when it says mountains, it's talking about governments, okay? And those 7 heads is going to be Rome, all right? Greek, Rome, Spanish, French, Germania Minor, Germania Major, and Britain, okay? Just to reiterate that again. So Greek, which is the Grecians, Rome, which is the Romans, all right, the Spanish, all right, the French, Germania Minor, Germania Major, and Britain, okay? These are the 7 heads. These are the 7 governments in which the woman sitteth, and that woman is America, okay? Cause she rides on NATO and the EU, man, on this dragon, on this beast, okay? And it says in verse 10, and there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and 1 is, and the other is not yet come. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space. So, and it's when it says, and there are 7 kings, all right, those 7 kings is like I told you earlier, 5 are fallen, the Greeks, the Spanish, the French, Germania Minor, Germania Major, and it says, and 1 is, which is the Romans. All right, they were leading in that day, and the other is not yet come, talking about Britain. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space, and Britain did rule for a short space. Okay. All right. So the 5 kings that fallen was the Greeks, was the Spanish, was the French, was Germania Minor, Germania Major. All right. And the one that is the Roman Empire. They were ruling in that time. And Britain was in Britain, it says, where are we at? Okay, verse 10. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space. That's Britain, okay? And they rule for a short space. All right. Let's go to verse 11. Okay. Sorry, Salakia. All right, Salakia. Okay. And it said, let's read. All right. And America came out of Britain. All right. Britain is the mother of America. So let's read verse 11. And the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th, and is of the 7, and goeth into perdition. Okay. And that beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th. That's talking about America. All right. And America came out the 7, which is Great Britain. Okay. America came out of Great Britain. Okay. All right. Let's go to Jeremiah 50 and verse 12. And it says, your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. Yeah, because the mother of America, all right, the mother of America is Babylon. The mother of America, oh man, this gotta be a devil, man. Gotta be a devil, man. Salakia, man. All right, let's continue, man. So America came out of Babylon. America came out of Britain. Okay? America came out of Britain. All right? America was established in 1776. All right? And we know that empires don't last more than 250 years. So 1776 to 2024 is about 248 years. So in 2026, that's going to be 250 years. All right. So American is out of here, man. All right. America is out of here, man. All right. And it says, and the beast that was and is not even he. I'm in Revelation 17:11. And the beast that was and is not even he is the 8th and is the 7th and is of the 7th and goeth into perdition, man, because America is going to be destroyed. All right. So that 8 is America and the 7 is Britain. All right. And America is going into perdition because they're going to be destroyed over here in America. America is totally going to be wiped out. All right. So let's go to let's go to Daniel just to back this up more. Daniel 7 and 8. All right, Daniel 7 and verse 8. And I considered the horn, and behold, there came up among them another little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the root, and behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of a man, and a mouth speaking great things. Okay, so it says, I considered the horn. All right, it says, I considered the horn. All right, and behold, there came up among them another little horn. That's America, okay? Before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots. All right, and those three first horns that were plucked up by the root. That's going to be the French, the Spanish, and the British. All right, because there was the French American war, there was the Spanish American War, and there was the British American War. Okay, which they fought. America fought for their independence from Britain. All right, because that was the mother. And when it goes into the eyes of men, equaling wisdom of Esau, man, because Esau is wiser than Daniel, man. All right. And when it goes into and a mouth speaking great things, that goes to Esau blasphemy, man. All right. Shalakia. Revelation 13 and 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his head the name of blasphemy, man. All right, because these devils, like I said, they whitewashed the Bible through iconoclasm in the Renaissance era, which means rebirth. All right, so they spoke great things, man, talking about they the Lord, they everybody in the Bible. All right, and these devils got to pay for that, man. They crucified our Lord over here in Babylon, man. All right, they X'd them out, man. Okay, and those 10 kings is NATO. Is EU and NATO. All right, they started as the 10 Common Market. They were established in 1957, 58. All right, they're 10 empires, man. Okay, so let's go back to Revelation 17, and we're moving right along. All right, Revelation 17 and 13. All right, these have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast, man. All right, so uh uh these EU nations, all right, NATO and the EU, hey, they're gonna have one mind and put their differences away and focus on America, man. All right, and shoot missiles on this bitch, man. Okay. Verse 14. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is the Lord of lords and the kings of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. So these EU nations, they're gonna make war with the Lamb, man. All right, they're gonna make war with Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man, when he comes back, and we're gonna get those precepts. All right, I'm gonna just bring this out. Revelation 12 and 3. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon. All right, with these, which is Esau, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his head. That's the EU and NATO nations, man. All right, and they're gonna make war against the Lamb, man. All right, so let's go to. I mean, you can go read that for the sake of time. You can go read that in Isaiah 63, 1-4. When Yahweh coming back, he's gonna do a lot of killing, all right, and he's gonna take these nations down. You can go to 2nd Ezra 13:8 and read up to 11, where these nations are gonna fight against the Lord Yahweh, man, and they're gonna get blown to smithereens, man, by those chariots. Okay, so hey, these devils got a lot to pay for, man. All right, for the sake of time, I'm gonna go to Revelation 16 and 14 right quick. Revelation 16 and 14, and it reads, Revelation 16 and 14. For they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them to battle of the great day of Yahweh Shem Yahushai Almighty, man. All right. So these devils are going to get ready to fight against the Lord. They're going to get ready to fight against the Lord. Okay. All right. Now let's go back to 17. And you can also read Revelation 19, 11 and up, and you're going to see how they fight against the Lord, okay? So we left off on 14. Let's go to 15. And he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are people and multitudes and nations and tongues. All right, and this is what this America sits on, man. These different nations. This is the melting pot over here in America. It has all these different masses of people of every nation and every language. Verse 16, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. Okay? These shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire, man. All right? Because they're going to shoot their nuclear missiles over here, man. All right? And the Lord is stirring them up right now so they can go to war. Isaiah 13, and we can just go to 4. It says, the noise of a multitude in the mountain, like as a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord Yahweh of hosts mustered the host of the battle. See, the Lord is calling these armies to the Middle East region, so-called Middle East region, over there by Saudi Arabia. All right, let's read in the NLT. Hear the noise of the mountains. Listen as the vast armies march. It is the noise and shouting of many nations. The Lord of heavenly armies has called this army together. Okay, so he's calling all of these nations together over there in the Middle East so he can destroy them, man. All right, and he's working on these kings' hearts, man. Okay, Proverbs 21, and we're almost finished. Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord Yahweh, as the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will. So the Lord is controlling these kings, all right, in their hearts, and he's making them go over there and get ready for war, so they can get slaughtered over there in Armageddon, the army of troops. Okay, Yahweh Japhat, all right, the Lord's judgment for what these nations have done to the apple of his eye, man. All right, so let's go back to Revelations 17. All right, so we know that NATO and the EU is going to turn on America. All right, verse 17. For Yahweh Bashim Yahweh had put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the word of the Lord Yahweh shall be fulfilled, man. All right, so that's what you got going on, man. All right, and the Lord controls these hearts, these kings' hearts, man. He has them doing whatever he wills. Verse 18. And the woman which thou sawest is the great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. Yeah, that great city is America, and it rides on this beast. Okay, it reigns over all the kings of the earth. And with that, I hope this was edifying to the hopeful elect. All praises and glory goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Sai, Bahashem, Ha, Rakar Kadash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who rule well and taught me this truth. And peace and salutation to Yakim across the four corners of the globe, preaching this gospel in truth and sincerity. Shalom.